We are here with another episode of Address It. I got my boy Troy here with me, man. We got a lot to talk about, man.
It's been a while, baby.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, man. You've been doing big things out here, man.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
I had to have you on. That's
a blessing.
You've been starting a lot of problems, though, Troy.
Problems?
You've been starting a lot of problems.
I think I start conversation.
A lot of people are in uproar over your.
I like it.
And I need to know. I've been meaning to ask you, what is your Facebook name? What the hell is that?
My Facebook name is Haku Aasiki. I changed my name from my people are going to make fun of me or they're going to judge me. My colony name, which is Troy Dimitri Miller Jr. I don't align with anything within that. Troy is Trojan, which is Greek. Dimitri is Italian. Miller comes from the people that own my family in the United States. Haku means to be. Ran means to move. Okuma is demon, and Asiki means prosperity in Swahili. So my name means the man that moves through his demons with prosperity.
The Facebook name.
Yep,
okay.
That's what it means.
Cause I'm like, what the? I'm like,
yeah, niggas like, bro, Haku? Cause like, bro, nigga from the north side.
That's dude.
Nigga, you went to north, nigga.
Yeah.
But no, you know what I'm saying. So it's a African, it's a Nigerian, Hawaiian name.
Yeah. So man, do you really be meaning the stuff you be saying, or is it like all internet stuff? Is you trolling, man? Or
no, like, so there be some shit I be trolling on, just to get people's attention. But like when it comes to like women and accountability, and then having them when they ask for equality, I'm like, okay, but you're not gonna willing to do the same equal things that a man would have to do for you. So it's not equal. Like if we was to go outside, you had your woman, right? You go outside, somebody walks up on the street and pushes you or pushes her. You expect your woman to fight for you? No. You expect your woman to open your door? No. You expect your woman to pay for your date? No. You expect for your woman to pull out your chair? No. So they want a chivalrous gentleman, but it just be like, when are you gonna be a lady?
And what's considered a lady?
Me personally, a lady that walks in her feminine energy, a woman that is inaccessible to multiple men, that knows how to watch her tone and understanding that normally you can have a debate with people, but once you combat with a man, you stepping into a different masculine energy where women don't normally, prevail. So it's like a lady operates like a woman instead of walking in her masculine frame and saying, well, because you do it, I could do it. No man will be accepted. You're saying, oh, because a woman does it, I can do it. No, what would they call you? A bitch ass nigga. That's just what they do.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So do you feel like what they want to be equal, so they should act equal, or do you feel like how do you feel as far as that? You say equality.
I feel that they chase equality. At the same time, I don't believe men and women are equal at all. Not that one is better than the other. In certain aspects, women are better than men. Certain aspects, men are better than women. When I say that they want equality without, responsibility, a woman would want to have the same ability to possibly, this is the thing that they do when they date multiple people. They try to say that that's the same. It's not. Because as a man, what do you have to do? You have to ask to go on a date. Ask a woman how many times she'll ask a man to go on a date. How many women to pay. So it's like, yo, you want this type of leniency that you'll never give. So it's like, it can never be equal.
Never give as far as, you said the pay? Or
the paying or just the initiative to go seek your partner. I say women, if you're going to operate in a masculine frame, you must do what masculine men do. We go seek our partner. A woman doesn't go seek their partner. A man naturally adapts to his woman. A woman doesn't. She may take up your lingo. But
and when you say women don't, you're saying majority,
Majority.
Right? Majority? Okay.
In general. I speak in general because people always want to do the exception to the rule. Mostly women do the exception, but some women are like this. Okay, but how many women fall within the lines of what I'm speaking? And are you the type of woman that even falls in the lines of what I'm speaking? Most of the times, like women that get upset with me are baby mamas, single baby mamas that have multiple children, and they're possibly overweight.
Okay.
So that's just my personal perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obese women attack me. They chase me and knowing they can't never catch up. And I just don't understand. Like.
So what would you say your type is, though? Your type of woman, though?
My type of woman is self-assured. She's a feminine woman, a woman that understands that there's a balance between masculinity and femininity. And she's also capable of getting the things that she wants for herself without the influence of somebody else. So what I mean by that is I value women that got their own shit, and when I mean have their own shit, it's not because a man paid for it, a man put his shit into it, or you bent over for a man to get it. I don't respect women like that.
So is there like a criteria though? So a woman has to have her own stuff?
The criteria for me, it's not like you don't have to have your own car. You don't. It's like I would prefer if you did. Like if you say you had a roommate, that's cool. I don't care, as long as you're not living off a man. I'm fine. So it's like most people be like, oh, a man has to make this. He has to make 6 figures, be 6 feet, 6-pack, all the regular shit that everybody say, right? We always got to go through. His dick got to be big. He can't be short. All this shit. But if I was to tell a woman, hey, I want you to be within your BMI, your body mass index, I'm wrong. If I was to tell a woman, hey, I would prefer a woman that's not promiscuous because I believe in para bonding. And what that means is the more bodies that a woman has, the more men that she's emotionally attached to, because I personally believe that men aren't emotionally attached to sex. For a woman to have a sexual interaction, to me, a respectable one would be that she's emotionally invested. Like, I like this man. I can see myself being with him.
Yeah.
Possibly, maybe having a relationship, raising a family. For me, if a woman is allowing herself, which is supposed to be the most prominent thing in the world, is to bear a man's seed. If you're willing to take multiple seeds from multiple gardeners, there's no reason in valuing.
They make the analogy for a man is like a master key. If you're doing your thing, you're like a master key.
Master key.
But if you a woman that got multiples, you a bad lock.
Yeah,
You're a
and it's
bad
just like
padlock.
that. It's just like I really hate referencing the Bible or any type of religious scriptures in certain things, but I was watching this one video and this gentleman, he kind of went crazy with it. I love him. The man said, how many bodies is too many bodies to be a wife? And he said 1. And I thought about it. He said, when you become one of flesh with a man, it's because you're giving your flesh to him. If you are soiled by multiple men, it is proven scientifically for every time a woman have sex, she takes that DNA of that man that she had sex with. It's a proven fact. Men, we're not takers, we're givers. That's the masculine energy. Men give. That's why we have multiple seeds.
You think that's why back dating old times, they used to look for virgins and like young virgins?
They looked for virgins for purity, and the reason why they did that is because you would understand that that woman would only lay with the man that would wake up to her tomorrow. That's important. A lot of women forget that. I say, yo, you can't say shit to me when you lay with niggas that lie to you. And it goes way over their head. I said, yo, do you know why war started? War started because there was men that came and tried to conquer the land, and you know what they would do? They would kill the man, kidnap the woman, and rape them, and raise the children under their own rule. So it's like the man is here to protect the woman. So why would I protect a woman that's openly, freely giving up her womb to a man that may not be there?
So I mean, what are you saying though? As far as like, you know, we 30 plus. So when you're looking for a woman, you know, what are you looking for then?
Haram. It's hard. I'm looking for a woman that practices loyalty and self-respect. And the reason why I say loyalty and self-respect, I personally look for 5 things. Number 1, kindness. I want my woman to be kind because she can nurture me. Number 2 is nurturing, because I believe women are supposed to be the only creatures and only beings on this planet that actually take something and make it better. 3, you must be respectful. 4, you must be cooperative, meaning that you allow me to be a man, which I'm supposed to be, which is to lead. And most people think that is like, oh, he's trying to control. No, as a leader, like a point guard. You put your player in the best position to win. I set up the plays, I call the plays, I pass you the ball when you're supposed to have it, and if I need to take the shot, that's what I do. And then the last one is loyal. Those 5 things that I ask from women are free. You don't have to pay for them. You don't have to, love. I didn't say love. I didn't say sex. I didn't say cook or clean. These 5 things are mandatory for women because those are the only things that I feel like most of my brothers aren't getting.
So what do you say that what is a man's responsibility to get that from a woman?
A man's responsibility, and this is where people get upset with me. I say, when a man asks a woman for marriage and she accepts, you are automatically taking whatever he's presenting. A man is supposed to protect and provide. Now, I think about provisions and protection on 2 different levels. Like, with my women, I think about provisions. I would rather help you make some money and then have you spend it than me give it to you. Because in my personal mental, I look at them, I say, yo, if I can help you get the bag and then you spend the bag, I'm gonna see if you can come back. How many times have we seen guys that got it, getting it, or get into it, they're paying for shit, but your woman leaves. So it's just like, as a man, you have to have integrity. You know what I'm saying? We have to have humility, for sure, because it takes to be a leader. You have to humble yourself and say that sometimes I need to make a better decision. You have to be honorable. I personally believe when men lie to women to sleep with them, I think that's the weakest shit ever. And it's just because most of the times I tell people, like, if you told her the truth, she's still gonna fuck with you. Because at the end of the day, at what point in time do we know any woman that ever left after the first fuck up? They don't tend to do that. They normally will stay. So it's just like, and people tell me, because I say I want 2 wives, and it's not for sexual reasons. You know what I'm saying? I've had opportunity to date 2 women at the same time and be honest and transparent about it. And that shit just happened, bro, when I was 29 going on 30.
So in a situation like that, what would that look like? What would a man look like to 2 women? Like a man's man, though, a man that.
And that's what I'm saying. And I tell women, and women get mad. They be like, I'm not dealing with nobody that has multiple women. I said, are you single? She said, yeah. I said, do you date? I'm like, yeah. Does he date? Do you sleep with him? Yeah, he do. Do you sleep with other people? Yeah, he do. You're polygamous. It's just like that. The only difference is like, with me, I would rather go out of town and handle my business. If I'm in Cali handling business on some tech shit and my girl's horny, call our bae. But I'd rather you go over there, go shop. I'd rather send y'all 400 or 500 for y'all to go on a date, go get your little lingerie, your little toy, and y'all coochie bump. Why would I be okay with going out of town, busting my ass to come back home to a nigga blowing your back out that don't got to take care of you? It just don't make sense.
So you'd rather it be?
I'd rather it be our woman. Okay. And I don't.
What if they don't like women though?
Then you're not gonna be mine.
So they need to like women?
And from where I'm at right now, bro,
they need to like women?
It'll be preferred. And I personally believe anybody born past 1994, 1995 in this day and age is over-sexualized and they'll all go. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? From what I've been seeing. So it's just like, in that scenario, it would be like, I'm y'all man the same way that, you know what I'm saying, I want y'all to love each other too. And that's what I kind of almost had. My ex, the ex wasn't really with it, and she was more jealous. But the other girl, she's the one that taught me like true transparency, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I lied to women, but I definitely will withhold some of the truth or bend it just to look out for her feelings or women's feelings. And Shorty taught me like, get off that. And I was like, yo, I have a woman that's having me walk in my truth, wants me to love another woman and her. Oh yeah, I'm not fucking that up. You know what I'm saying? So
as a man, but okay, and when I say as a man, I'm talking about the highest level of a man. So is a man supposed to financially take care of everything for a woman? Would you, in your opinion?
Does she have his last name or not?
I mean, I guess in a situation where he could have his last name
or fiance
or yes, yep.
So
intention.
Until I said like, hey, I'm willing to commit before God and make this commitment. 'Cause I don't believe in divorce. Like, it's really death do us part type shit. I'm not saying I'm gonna end my shit or end your shit, but it's just like definitely prenup boys. But it's just like, yes, if you're my woman and you're about to carry my child, my last name, that's the only time I feel like it's my responsibility, because now you're part of what? My domain, my empire, my estate, my family. Before then, we're just dating. So say I'm just dating a chick and I'm chilling with her. She dating you too. She got the same expectations. So you got to pay my bills. He got to pay my bills. So is she telling you that it's 50%, or she's telling you the whole bill? She's probably telling you her rent 1,000 and telling me her rent 1,000. So after we both give her 1,000.
So I mean, okay, so dating. Well, let's go dating. You know, you interested, and it's somebody that you're interested in.
Interested in what?
And you're
pursuing a relationship, or see, me personally, I believe dating is for sex. I court women. There's 2 different things. Back in the day, you brought up in the past where there were virgins. Back in the day, you had to court women. You had to what? Give them a mule, a pig, acres, show them what type of family she was walking into before they even let you talk to her. Dates right now are just saying, hey, I want to get to know you. In my personal opinion, that's I want to get to know you to fuck. Don't nobody walk up to no woman, bro, and be like, oh my God, the way you wearing that dress, your earrings, your hair, I want to be your fucking friend. Nobody says that. Nobody. And if he's talking about, if a man walking up to an attractive woman telling her you want to be your friend, you're a liar.
But I mean, okay, what if you sitting back and you observing somebody smart, intelligent, they got some of their own stuff, ambition, and you like, man, I gotta make a move, and obviously a move would likely be a date, a first date, in a situation like
but
that.
The difference between dating and being courted and going on a date is the intention. When you're dating, your intention is just to go on the date. When you're courting somebody, and I make it very known when I'm courting a woman, oh, these dates matter, because I'm intentful about this shit. Like, baby, I want you. It's not that I just want to spend time, get to know you to crack. No, I want to crack every day. I want to wake up to you. When I'm just dating you, I'm just trying to see what I can, make shake.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I feel like as a man, a man and a woman, anytime they intertwine, whether it's like, if you see a woman that's a stranger but she's in danger, a man's natural, would you protect her? Is that being a man? I'm saying stuff like that. What is a man's responsibility is what I'm trying to say.
A man's responsibility, and people are gonna probably take this in the wrong way, is to himself and his family and his legacy. And what I mean by that, I've seen people go to help a woman getting beat up by her man, right? Got a throat slashed. Shorty was getting whooped on. Dude jumped in. Shorty jumped on the dude that helped her from getting beat up. Her man put out a knife, slit his throat, and got in the car. Is he a righteous man? He dead now. For fighting over some shit.
No, I definitely know situations where the woman be like, "What? No, I'm the only one that could do that."
Yeah, only I can hit my nigga. It's just like, yo, I don't believe in that, bro. Like, I personally feel like you defend what's yours and what you created, and outside of that, it's pointless because I've done that, bro. I done been superhero nigga. For what? I'm single. She don't get no fuck.
But I mean, so do you have sisters?
I have a god sister.
Okay, so god sister.
Mm-hmm.
God sister, what is your role to her if she's in danger by another man?
And it's sad, bro. I was in this position 2 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. Baby dad put hands on her. You know me. Where he at? Let me talk to my mans. You know what I'm saying? I go over there, buddy's in the house. You know what I'm saying? Not coming outside. I'm just, come holler at me, bro. You want to put hands on my sister, this, and that? You already know how I'm coming. 2 months later, she fucking this nigga. So if I go in there, whoop on him, drag him up out the crib, get a case, and you go suck his dick, was I supposed to go over there?
Yeah, it's like you a goofy.
It's like you don't give a fuck about me because you're willing to risk my whole life. Like, I don't want to go to jail. Like, this shit, and I personally carry. So if anything happened to me, it's more likely that somebody's going in the dirt. But you're going to put me in that situation over a nigga you're going to continue to fuck with? I can't honor that, bro.
And so did that go for all women? Did that go for mom? Did that go for grandma?
So it's like, even with them, like, my mom, I keep it true. Even kind of got into it with her husband recently, right? And I told him, I was like, regardless of what you do, and regardless of what me and my mom go through, she knows that whether she with you or not, I'm gonna be the first nigga to pull up. And I know that. But it's just like the same time with my mom, like, if you put yourself in a position to do some shit, I'm automatically looking at your man, your husband, seeing what he gonna do, because I know what I'm finna do. But it's like, if you put yourself in situations multiple times to risk your safety knowing that I will come and defend you, I can't do that, bro. Because I get one life. This shit ain't no video game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the toughest guy. I can get knocked out. I can get shot. I'm not bulletproof.
But the tougher you are, the more scared they gonna be, and scared people, bad
Catch
things.
the best bodies.
Yeah.
Scary, they gonna shoot somebody first, bro.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't got time for that. And it's just like, I prefer to handle my shit on a different level. And it's just like a woman, if a woman is bringing multiple men in her life that's causing that type of animosity, and you're dealing with it and you got to protect her, I would second guess you as a man, because I'd be like, why are you fucking with somebody like that? Woman, mama, daddy, any of that, because after she gives you birth, her job is to raise you to be a man, to raise your own family. That's it, that's all.
So, but I mean, okay, so sis comes to you with problems, or she's overly making bad decisions, with her type of men she chooses, or just you can see that she can do better, but she's not. What type of advice do you give?
Same shit that you see on my Facebook. Stop opening your legs. That niggas won't be there. You know what I'm saying?
You tell that to your sister, right?
Do I? Hey, I keep it chill. She fucks with one of the homies. Like my mans though, bro. Like a nigga like you. And he called me. He be telling me all the bullshit that she be doing. And I tell him like, I told you though. Like if I'm telling you, cause I'm a real nigga, bro. If you fucking with one of my people, like cousin, sister, whatever, and she's be about her business, I'm gonna tell you to treat her like she about her business, bro. Why treat a pawn like a queen? You can't. You can't make the same moves with a pawn that you can make with a queen, and you getting mad at a king like me for telling you that. Tighten up, nigga. Like, you want women to do certain shit that they're not put in position for, and that's because of you. Men lead, and if you put a woman in a position to fail, that's on you.
So what does your mom say? Do y'all ever get into it about some of your Facebook posts?
My mom don't even got Facebook. Thank God. But me and my auntie do though. Cause we talked about it just the other day. She was talking to me like, why don't you think women, or why do people think that women won't make good leaders of countries and this and that? And I was like, you really wanna know? And I brought up their
People
period.
think that? I heard people say that if
women were in control, bro, we would be in war.
If women were judges and women were police, it would be a better place. I've heard that before.
God. And you heard it from women. What man has ever told you that?
I mean, I think it goes to the second chance thing, So it's like if a judge, you said don't nobody, they give second chances.
Okay, and I'm gonna ask you this. There's no, I forgot the total saying, but they also said there's no rap like a woman scorned. Bro, you don't want to fuck with a woman when she's mad. They're the worst. Like, me and you, right? We can get in an argument right now, right? I could say some personal shit about you. You're not gonna care. But your girl, she knows the worst shit. She knows the exact triggers. You know the difference between me and you get into it and me and your girl get into it? You'll punch me in the mouth. You're not gonna punch her in the mouth, bro. Why? Because you're a man. It's that invisible shield that they know that they got. Because as soon as they disrespect you and do some shit that they know that would be out of pocket for somebody else to do to you, what do they say? But you're a man. But we're equal. It's not fair.
I want you to talk a little bit more about your type, though. I mean, like I need
my
cultures.
Black women only.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can't be walking around here with all these bees and shit from Africa. And not saying that there's nothing wrong with European Caucasian women. Cold. Especially up here, we have some of the coldest. If y'all see this, Minnesota, it's coldest buddies ever. Talking about. Fucking with the mic. So you said my type.
I said, so I want you to talk about your type, and when I say your type specifically, you know.
Yeah. So me personally, right, I only want a woman that I can pick up, you know what I'm saying, lift up like 4 or 5 times. So right now I be in the gym a little bit, like anywhere between my ideal body weight, 125 to 150. I took some shit down 180, 190. It was proportionate type shit. But definitely carbonated women, black women, Latino women, anything with, some carbon in the skin, East African, Eastern women, Palestinian, all that shit. But you have to be physically attracted to me too. So like, I like, what is that shit they call? Slim thick, fit thick, all that little shit. Like, if you take care of yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like. Natural hair, natural anything. Low key. Yeah. I really don't like weave. I'll take nails, I guess, because it's not that bad. Like lashes and shit, fake eyebrows, fake. It's like the reason I don't like that it's ladies.
You don't like lashes, or you don't like the bad lashes?
No. I don't like. I need my woman to be comfortable with her, because it's like, baby, I'm comfortable with you. I don't need that shit. Like on some real shit, all that other mascara, it's called makeup for a reason, baby. I don't need you to make yourself up. I'm really big into words, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a spiritual person, I know that shit means power. That means shit to me. So when a woman says I'm making up myself, that means you're playing pretend. I don't want to play pretend with you. Let me love you. I can't love your lashes. I can't love your eyebrows. I can't love your weave. Because one day, what if all that shit, they stop making it. So now I'm gonna wake up.
She got a big pimple on her nose and it's a big dance. It's prom. Don't throw nothing over it.
No, pop that bitch. Like, I don't care. It's like, but it's,
You know
it's
you
your.
can't pop them all in time.
I get it,
sometimes.
but it's just be like, it's not gonna be there forever.
But I'm saying the promise tonight.
No, hey man, am I your date? If I'm your date, who
You already
cares?
got a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, who you trying to press?
Yeah, it's like it's me. It's just like at the end of the day, it's like insecurity with me as a man. That's where I said that provision and security comes in multiple ways. Security is making sure your woman know that you love her, and it's hard for a lot of men to do that because a lot of women don't love themselves. That's why they wear makeup. That's why they wear promiscuous clothes and things like that. It's because they're trying to seek attention, and it's sad.
So it's safe to say you don't care for body work.
No,
Nobody work.
Oh my God! Like I can see maybe some titties, but even that, I'll suck an A cup. Fuck is you talking about? It's your shit. Like I like my women natural, nigga. Like I like my water from the spring. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit. When I see somebody cut themselves up, you hate yourself. I don't hate you. I'd rather go to.
Is that what it means when somebody gets body work?
In my personal opinion, I feel like it may not that you hate yourself, you're displeased with yourself, and you're unwilling to do what is natural to get there. I personally believe, especially in Kemetic women, black women, African women, they're built the best. You can go back to the 1940s, 1930s when they made corsets and they made busts. They did that to emulate the African body. You can argue with me all you want. It's a fucking fact that that's why they made it. So it's like, even now, lip injections. We are the only species of human that have full lips. Why? It's because we used to eat fruit.
Black women.
Black women. We used to eat fruits and berries and leaves and shit. Why are black people tall? They have long hands, big fingers and shit. It's because we used to reach up, evolutionary, and pick fruit from the trees. You can ask other people why they are hunchback and shorter, paler skin, and they have sharper teeth because they ate rodents in caves.
So I seen, I believe it was on the Wholesome podcast.
Yeah.
I seen that clip where
Shout
it
out
was,
y'all, my boys.
where it was the clip. The clip was talking about a woman needed wanted you to pay for her babysitter or something like that,
Bro.
And talk about that scenario.
So it's like, Shorty was telling me that to take her out, right, bro, I had to pay for her babysitter. And I was just like, that's odd to me. You know what I'm saying? Because
she asked you, she just flat out asked you, pay for my babysitter.
I wasn't asking.
Oh, she said you need to pay for it.
It was an expectation.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is mandatory type shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Was it rude the way it was brought?
it was, to me, it's rude just saying it.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, I respect you saying it because it's like, okay, I get it.
But how does the person even tell you that though, is what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my thing too, is like, oh, so this is not your first time. You're used to this shit.
But did she text you like, okay?
No, she's saying, well, I would rather go out with you, but I don't have a babysitter. They're gonna charge me, I think they're $40 to $60 a night. Can you cover that? I can, but I won't.
Why not?
Because it's not my kid.
I mean, is this somebody you got interested though? Or is this was somebody you just...
Even if I did, you just lost it right then and there because the women I fuck with, like, and I keep it trill, bro. Like, I fuck with decent, top quality women.
I mean, what if she had some of those qualities, if not all of them? You know, she's loyal, she's this, that, but she
wouldn't even bring this up
but
to
I'm
me
saying,
because...
what if it's tight on her though, right now?
Say that.
Okay. So her approach.
Tell me. If a woman tells me, I'm big on transparency. If a woman tells me, hey, I'm only capable of this and I really want to go out with you, but I can't afford my babysitter, say less. But if you're telling me it's an expectation, no, because...
That's why I asked how she said it.
You know what I'm saying? Because
sometimes...
like, I'll keep it real, bro. One of my exes, she has a kid. She's not as financially stable as me, right? So I get it. But I would feed, because I'm in love with you. I'll feed your kid and feed you. Or the kid could come with me because I love you, though. Like, I fuck with you. Other chicks that I've been dating that are kind of single mothers, like, I got like 3 or 4 chicks, right, that make even more money than me. Like 180, 200 type shit. They ain't never asking me for shit, bro. But my time, but to see me. You know what I'm saying? What do I need type shit. And it's just like, that's different. Because I watch them women, too, and I tell them the same thing. Like, the only thing that's different between you and Shorty that don't got a bag is that You got a bag, but y'all still suffering from the same thing. And it's like, what's that? Not having a man. It doesn't matter. I swear to God, bro, I could show you 2 chicks right now that make over 150 right now. Right now, multiple kids, but don't got a man to respect them or love them. And it's just because of the simple fact. And I tell them, like, if you want a nigga on your caliber or better, he's not going to take you with their kids, or if he does, you're going to have to take him with multiple women.
So you saying a woman that makes a nice amount of money,
right,
if she wants somebody of her caliber and has kids already,
she better be used to him sleeping with other women. And the reason why I say that, it's in our nature. The only time, like, I looked up even in the words in the Bible, they call a man a whoremonger and they call a woman a whore. You can't call a man a whore. The reason why you can't call a man a whore is because we're designed to have sex with multiple women. This is why we have 1 seed and women have 1 egg once per month. If I have 5 girlfriends and I get all of them pregnant, I have sex with them unprotected and I get all of them pregnant, I'm probably the dad. If she has 5 boyfriends, she has unprotected sex with 5 different men, who's the dad? Number 1, we can go say, how many men are going to stay for a kid that's not theirs? None. And then we can go to say, how many men are going to stay if it's their kid? At this point, it's kind of sad to say that most men will walk away from you. But I tell women, they'd be like, oh, you're supposed to be acknowledgeable for your kid or responsible. I said, well, if that man feels like you're a promiscuous woman, he's not going to value the kid with you, because the only time a man really values his children is if he values his legacy. Now, if he wants, they'd be like, what does that mean? If he wants to pass something down to his kids, like trap right, even the fish house, right? Businesses, that's generational shit. That's not some shit you're just gonna give to your girlfriend. That's some shit that you're gonna pass down to somebody that shares your last name. You're not gonna do that with regular women. And women regularly sleep with men that casually fuck them. And if you're a casual fuck, there's no reason for me to value you past that. And you can't explain to me how. Why?
Yeah, and that's what do they not understand?
They do. That's why a woman will never tell you her body count. That's why they'll never tell you who they've been with or how they were with their last relationship, because they know a good man isn't going to value that. What type of motherfucker, like, you a solid man, right? Like, bro, I watched you build yourself over years. I watched you. So to go through all that, build yourself, adversity, get to where you're at, build your platforms, build your businesses, build all that shit. To have somebody that'll come into your life and bend over for a man that won't provide for them on the same level as you, how does that show respect for you? It don't.
But what if they're bending over for somebody that is equal?
It's not. If you're gonna stay and he's not, how is it equal? It's never equal. You're a permanent man. Women chase temporary happiness. You know the 2 leading causes of divorce? Do you know them? I know them. Finances and boredom.
I was gonna say yeah, but yeah.
That's it. But you probably could have just thought about it.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. You know who leaves most of the time in a marriage? A woman. And they'd be like, oh, he was infidel. I say, yo, shorty, was he cheating on you before? Oh, he was fucking bitches before. So why the fuck are you acting brand new? You been know he's been getting coochie on the side. You know the difference between him and you? He fucking came home. When you get your little pussy beat up, you want to stay at a nigga's house that won't let you. Big difference. They don't like that shit.
Oh, for sure. So, I mean, the way you talk, though.
I talk like a North Sider from North High.
The way you talk, though, is it, how do women perceive you now? I'm saying the ones that
call me gay.
The ones that you are interested in.
They know the
ones you trying to get now. How do they?
Low key, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Ain't no woman I'm trying to get. As a king, I'm working on my sovereignty right now. That's why I have my name changed. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm into some deep shit. And so I'm working on owning my name for real. Like, I want my own land so it can be like country Haku. So you got to treat me like a world power. You have to.
Have you changed your name?
I'm working on it. It's like a 6-8 month process, bro. Okay. I just learned how to do it because the only reason why it's been harder for me is because I have my credit history under Troy Dimitri Miller Jr. I did make a mistake as opening my businesses under my government legal name. So it's a lot more shit that I got to do to operate like a country. So I just learned that. But when it comes to shit like that, bro, I'm looking at them. I'm like, you don't want the same things I want. Like, you want to be a wife. I want a queen, like a literal queen. And it takes different shit to build a royal family than to build an honorable family. You know, under a citizenship. Like, when I get my shit right, bro, because I'm looking at land in Africa, like a couple, like dozen of acres, and I'll have to be able to buy this land, but I have to secure that land. I have to buy military. I have to. It's like, you don't think about that type of shit. Building a village. Ordinary motherfuckers ain't thinking like that. So it's like, my values in a woman and being an empress or being a queen is different than being a wife. Like, that shit's it's a different type of commitment.
So, a lot of the renting, the Facebook stuff,
Yeah.
is that towards like women like that you wouldn't take serious? And like, is that stuff like those opinions and those biases?
My opinion. When I say my opinion, bro, like, so the shit you be talking about. So I just did the Riri shit, right? Where Riri gained some weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I keep it 1,000, y'all. I trolled y'all on that, right? You can tell that Riri's working out. And the way I can tell Riri's working out, I check for two things in a woman. I check for your arms, your flabby meat, and your calves. So I can tell Riri's working out, right? But on that post, bro, Buddy said that I'm going to be the righteous man and say that Riri needs to work out before she gets too big. And I said there was no lies. People went in on me. You don't know what it takes to have a baby, this and that. You're right, because I'm a man genetically. And by God, I'll never experience that. But I post 2 black women that work out while pregnant. Nobody said anything. Treasure Clemens and my god sis. I'm proud of you. My nephew was just born yesterday. I'm proud of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Brianna McNeil. And I watched her. She's an Olympian, gold medalist, 2020. That's my sister. Big shit, 3P. But I watched her, and they'd be like, oh, but you compared regular women to an Olympian. Treasure Clemens is a regular woman. We all know her. We all know that she played, for Clemson. We all know that she did this. Regular chick. She works out. She's a black woman. Rachel Taylor, Buns and Guns. She worked out while pregnant. Was she the same size after she got pregnant? No, but she wasn't 50 pounds overweight.
So what's your appearance as far as like weight? What's your weight expectations while you're can a woman go over too many pounds and you be done?
Yeah.
Like, can you start with a woman at this weight and then you
yeah, like on some real shit, like, and somebody tried to call me on that same post. They was like, oh, you're skinny, you're all skin and bones, this and that. I said, shorty, I fight. I'm a middleweight. I'm 31 years old. I weigh 165. I have 3% body fat. I run 8 miles a day. You wish your nigga looked like me. I throw 150 punches every quarter mile. I run around the north side with a sword and a pistol, and niggas don't fuck with me because I can do 50 pull-ups at a time. You can't talk to me like that. You couldn't chase me with a fucking Roadrunner or a car. You can't say nothing to me. Yeah. Now, you talking to me like this, and then they'd be like, oh, you're gay, you're this or you're that. I'd be like, step on a scale. You can't prove that I'm gay, but I can prove you're obese.
And they saying you're gay because
I go back and forth with women. I tell them this: don't be mad at me because this is the first time that a man actually gave you the time of day to respond to you. Most of the time, the women that speak to me don't have a father at the house. They don't have an uncle. They don't have an elder brother that's telling them that their promiscuous, irresponsible pussy is putting them in the positions that they're in. I'm gonna tell you that because I don't give a fuck. Men that actually have sexual interactions with women don't care about getting pussy. Most of these motherfuckers is lying to you because they want some pussy. I don't. I have sex with you.
But what makes them, so you say, you would say you're misunderstood with a lot of your stuff? Or?
Oh, no. I would say that women understand me. They just don't want other motherfuckers to be like, think like him. Women know what I'm talking about.
So, I mean, so the difference between the post with Riri, where you say, I forget what you said.
I said that he didn't tell no lies, like she should work out. But I know that she's working out. But you know what I'm saying? I'm building a platform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My podcast, you know what I'm saying? So
but I'm saying, what makes them be in such outrage, you feel? Like, what's
because
that?
they are the type of woman I'm talking about. I tell men, like, and people get mad at me about this, I said, bro, if you're a man, right? You ask a woman to take on your last name, right? At what point in time can't you demand that she is this type of woman. She can reject your offer at any point in time if you're not the man that she wants, right? So why are you supposed to ask a woman to be your wife, the woman that you want, and she's not within your image of the woman you want that you're willing to protect and provide for with your life? If I'm willing to die for you and live for you, and I'm never asking you for the same, why can't I say what you look like? Women will tell you you need to go to the gym. Like, I was even arguing with my ex, debating with my ex the other day. She was like, because I told her, she was like, how the fuck could you talk about a woman's body? I was like, for 3 years, I loved you. You told me my arms weren't big enough. My chest wasn't big enough. This or just this or that. You know what she did? She shut the fuck up. She was like, you're right. So I was like, and this has something to do outside of pregnancy. So outside of pregnancy, I wasn't buff enough. My chest wasn't big enough. But the niggas that chests were big enough and arms were big enough just bent you over, lifted you up, and dropped you off. Shut the fuck up talking to me. I'm here. Women need to understand and respect the man that's willing to live and die for them right now versus the man that they want. And I'm going to give you this, bro. Women have 3 niggas at all times. You know what those 3 men are? It's 3 levels. Pay attention. Women have 3 men at all times. Level 1, the yes nigga. The yes nigga, he's like, oh, yes, I'm going to comment on your pictures. I'm going to tell you you're beautiful. Yes, I'll be your platonic friend. Yes, I'll hang out with you. Yes, you need a ride. Yes, you need some food. Yes, you need some tree. I got you. Yes, nigga. He wants to be, level 2. Level 2 is the man she's comfortable with. The man she's comfortable with, she's going to continue to fuck with him because, there's a lot of rules to women. Only 2 matter. Rule number 0, under no circumstances, regardless of what she does, who she does it with, or how frequently she does it, a woman doesn't want to feel like a hoe. Never. Rule number 1, after rule number 0, nothing else matters because she's going to do what the fuck she wants. So the level 2 nigga, he's the motherfucker that she's fucking with because she doesn't want to what? Rule number 0, feel like a hoe. So she's going to continue to fuck the same dude that she was just fucking, whether it's her ex, a nigga that's just been cracking because she don't want to add another body because they know.
So if you're dealing with a new woman, and let's say she's from out of town, and you don't have the luxury of knowing her background.
She got Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh. Like, real life, it's just like, you know why? And people be like, why can you say that? I say, yo, any woman that's Instagram is the biggest advertisement for coochie since the Craigslist. You know why, bro? Because all you got to do, like
Instagram.
OnlyFans. Nah, you're not going to fuck OnlyFans chicks. You're not. You're not. Like, I tried. You're not. Like, I mean, maybe you're better than me, bro. But most people are, like, there's a lot of guys are. But it's like, Instagram, though, Instagram's the only time, and this is how I know it works. It's like they're posting certain shit. You're promoting, I do social media marketing. Like, I get paid to create ads. I get paid to look at analytics. So, like, when I see a woman posting provocative pictures, your man's not proud of that. Your future husband, I don't give a fuck. No man wants anybody to see his woman in an intimate way. No.
Even if it's their friends and stuff, like Ari, when she's doing her little thing with her friends, and
You see what that ended up with? It's just like, yo, on some real shit, like dating a stripper type shit, bro. Would you really want me going to the strip club, paying your bitch a dub to sit on my lap, and then I come over your house on Sunday dinner? No, you would look at me like, fuck you, bro. You don't respect me. And it's just be like, I look at you like, but you got her in the strip club. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like.
So tell me a relationship that you like, though, that you like, they getting it right. I mean, celebs, tell me.
The only, and this is why I value my brothers, like, 4 of my brothers is married. One of them is a white dude, my boy Steve Knott, you my nigga for real. Like, he got a black chick. The reason I respect him is because me and Steve was like 2 or 2 boys. Like, that was when, like, what was that? 2014, 2015, I'm gonna go through all my niggas. We was dead broke. Like, I remember our lights got cut off type shit. Shorty slept on a cot in the living room with my nigga for 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Did she have to?
No. Had her own shit.
Because that matters, though.
She had her own shit. She didn't mock this man. Didn't say shit, bro. Didn't mock this man.
And you said she's
mixed.
She's mixed.
But the difference was...
He's a white guy, you saying?
He's a white guy, but the difference was, right, she grew up with a 2-parent household. She knew loyalty. I watched her go through bullshit, and I also told him, I said, hey, bro, you should fuck with her. He said, why? Because I was like, I shot my shot and she didn't go. Not that she wouldn't go if I apply more pressure, but it's just like she made a smart decision because I'm not for the wife.
So you respected
I
when people don't
respected
go?
that.
Okay.
Because it's like, I'm a killer.
Yeah.
I'm a slay her. Like, not a slayer. SLAYHER, slay her. So if you dodge my bullet, bitch, you're in the Matrix. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I said, look, bro. And he talked to me about it. He was like, did you fuck? I said, nah. We didn't even get close, bro. And that's why I respect Shorty.
So that's why I want to get into a little bit of your background, though.
Yeah, let's get it.
So how did you grow up? What was your household? How, you know?
And bro, thank you for asking. Because motherfuckers be acting like, oh, you got mommy issues, this, and that. How many times you see my mom at my games, bro? Because you was there.
Yeah.
All the time, right?
Yeah, everyone.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we disagree. You know, mom took me off the team before, but she still put me back on. But my mom was I tell people my mom was possibly one of the strongest.
Was it a 2 dynamic household?
No.
Okay.
My mother and father split when I was like 2 or 3, right? Okay. But when I tell people, they're like, oh, that's why you're fucked up. I said, you know my dad, right? You know Big Troy.
I knew? Yeah, you know I do.
How long you know Big Troy?
As long as I can remember.
As long as you know me, right?
Yeah.
So it's like my dad's always been in my life.
Yeah.
So just because, and I used to get into it with him because growing up as a young boy, I used to be really emotional. And I was angry emotional, like I want to fight type shit. He used to tell me like, look, dude, stop listening to, how I'm saying shit and listen to what I'm saying. And that shit transpired with me through even in the hood shit. So it's like, my dad told me like, I could yell at you, do all this shit, but listen to the message, because a motherfucker can yell at you and not be on shit, or a motherfucker can talk nice to you and still be on bullshit. I took that to the head. So it's like my upbringing, I've always had my father, I've always had my mother. For 31 years, I've had my auntie that don't take no bullshit. 2 of my grandmas have always loved me. My uncle taught me martial arts. He's always been there. My other uncle's always been there. My other uncle, I'm the only nigga that talked to him. He's serving 25 years for murder. I'm the only nigga that visited him in the last 15, only nigga that talked to him. So I have a village. It took, even the shit that we done been through as kids, we done did stupid shit. Look at us now. And it took the people around us, and it took a time for us to go through the stupid shit that we thought was right, and then we recognized real men. And then when we became men, we understood that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my upbringing, like your upbringing, we probably came from possibly, in my opinion, bro, and I don't mean to like judge you, probably 2 of the most stable households in the north side of Minneapolis. On some real shit.
Yeah. And it has its problems.
Yeah, and it has its problems.
Like people think it's all.
But they think it's sweet.
Yeah.
But do you understand what it means to be prominent? They don't. Because, like, only thing I don't give a fuck what nobody say. The Elamines is the family of the north side. It's one of the, besides the Powells, like, I respect them niggas, but the Powells and Elamines are respected for 2 different reasons.
Nah, yeah.
On some real shit.
Reasons, yeah.
But
yeah.
On the realest, though, what else do you hear when you think about the north side? I want my name like that. Why can't I have my name like that when they be like, Troy Miller did this or did that? That's why I coached that north, nigga, because...
They can't say Troy Miller, though.
Yeah, can't. No more.
What they got to say?
Yeah, Haku Aasiki. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, though, even if you spoke on that name, I did that. I'm going to acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? But where we come from, bro, legacy matters, and I watch them piss on people that are really living and bleeding this north side shit. And they speak on our shit like we're peasants.
Yeah.
And we're the most prominent, dominant people in Minnesota.
And the crazy part about it, sometimes it be our people, though. Like,
you know why? They're fools, bro. They're lost. They out here chasing checks, welfare, and all this shit. And it's just be like, man, bro, I forgot who said it. He's like, once you start getting money, you a op.
Yeah. Success.
Simba. The nigga did a freestyle. He's like, I come from the city where when you start getting money on the block, they look at you like an op. I said, nigga, you're right. You're right, bro. Because I don't even make that much, bro. I'm 70, 80. Little shit. But it's just be like, motherfuckers will look at you because you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have this, you don't have that. I'm like, you know I pay 3 rents? You don't know that. You don't know that I help out the women in my family. You don't know that because it doesn't fucking matter to you. You know why I don't care? Because you're not part of my bloodline. Men care about their bloodline.
So, your history of girlfriends, though. Your history of girlfriends, how many? Is it like? And I only say how many because I just want to go through a little bit. We got to
I
see.
claim, I'm probably counting 4. Like, I'll keep it real with you. Y'all want to know my number, my body count? I think the last time I checked, 178.
Yeah, right. 178. I mean, how do you know that?
I had a book in high school. And I remember I lost it in my sophomore year of college, and I was at 130. I was at 125. I remember the number because I remember the last check.
So you got my chart on your phone, right?
Do I? No, somebody asked me that. I'd be like, fuck my chart. We could go.
Yeah.
We can go together, though. Like, on some real shit, because it's like, I don't care. And the reason why I tell them that is just like...
Is having my chart a sign that you like a hoe?
No.
No?
Having a my chart, to me, I mean, it's a sign that you're getting cracked, but I would prefer some clean pussy, though. Like, on some real shit. Like, you know how many women don't know?
Right.
Or they... I'd have asked a chick and she...
playing like they don't know?
No. I'd have asked a chick and she get offended by asking for a test result. I'm not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? I could, even if you had something in the past, tell me. I done got burnt. You know what I'm saying? I'm clean now, so I don't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, shorty gave me gonorrhea in high school. You know what I'm saying? I got clean dick now. Like, I can prove it. I got burnt up. I'm not the only nigga in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I learned from that. And the reason I learned from that is one of my people, close relatives, has some uncurable shit. And that shit was some of the most scary shit in my life. And then when they actually told me, and it's not like herpes or nothing, it's that shit that you can't get rid of and that could kill you type shit. That slowed me up, bro. Cause it's like, I don't even know how to have that conversation with nobody if I ever, contracted that type shit. So like with the girlfriends and shit, like there's 4 women that I actually say that I committed to myself to and didn't cheat, didn't play no games. And that's where I'm at because I know what I was willing to do. Everybody else is like, I tell the truth. Like, if I'm fucking with you, I'm fucking with you. I don't give a fuck who you fucking with, what you doing type shit. And it don't really normally work out because women, like I said, they don't want to get treated like a hoe. But if you fucking somebody else that's not me.
So would you say you got trust issues, though?
No.
No?
The reason I tell you that is because I trust women to do what they do.
But I mean, sometimes they say when a person doesn't want to like commit, or would you say you don't want to commit anymore?
No, never. Even my last relationship, like every chick,
never want to commit anymore.
No, it's not that. Like I would, but knowing my value right now, bro, it's crazy. Like we operate. Even I believe you're in the top 5-10% of men. If you're a top 5-10% nigga, what would you not ask for or demand? And it's just like, not that I'm not willing to commit, bro. It's like, what am I committing to? And then that's the difference between men and women. When I commit and I bring a woman into my domain, I'm not stepping in her house. I'm not stepping in her car. You're coming to my shit. I got to protect you.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not whatever I say
goes.
To
that either.
No, because they don't have daddies. Women that grow up with fathers.
Even the dudes they mess with a lot of times.
Yeah, because they don't have daddies.
Yeah.
You've seen your father love your mom up and down, so it doesn't matter. You've seen it. So you know, like, oh, he may have did this, she may not like that, or he may have did this and she liked that. I'm gonna make different decisions because you have an example. These women that are talking to me on my post, bro, that you're saying, who's your dad? Was he with your mom? What did he teach you?
Another post that I enjoyed. I ain't gonna. I forget who posted it, but she posted. She screenshotted something in her one of her messages.
Tanisha Marie, you got me blocked on Facebook, and all I did was say, stop deleting shit. Go in, bro, cause I'm ready.
No, you tell me about that. Tell me what was the whole scenario.
So I know Shorty. I actually respect Shorty, right? She be doing her thing. She got a little hair business, but she be talking crazy shit, right? So she talks all this shit how she got multiple niggas and bae this, bae that. So you got more than one bae? I said, so what does bae mean? She says, before anything else. I said, so how do you have more than one nigga that's before? Okay, you know what? Let me just shut up. So Shorty said some shit to me, right? So she got on my status, and start posting shit, calling me gay, calling me all this shit, da 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 da. And I say, yo, bro, stop deleting shit when you're the person that be fucking crying about being lonely, doing all this other shit. You post provocative pictures. You talking about you got, because she tried to call me a local nigga. I said, so what is that? So you need international dick? You need out of town dick? I said, all the dick that you're getting out of town, international, anywhere else, guess what? It's not yours. Got mad at that.
So you feel like when women go out of town and they you know,
Girls trips? Bro, stop it. You been on guys trips?
No.
You ain't been on a guys trip?
No.
We're gonna take a guys trip. Because you know what happens on guys trips? We fuck women on girls trips. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people be talking crazy to me like, why you talk this way about girlfriends? It's like, you know how many fiancés and girlfriends I fucked? All my bodies come from a bitch that got a nigga. Ain't no woman that don't got no nigga not fucking with me.
Ain't that crazy though? You could be with a woman and they could be answering the phone for some like.
Bro, I've seen it. Bro, you know how many boxes I done ate out while she on the phone with her nigga? And she, I gotta call you. Come on, bro. It's bad. And I'll be like, at least it's not me.
So I'm saying, so you basically like, I don't want to be the nigga you lied to.
I want to be the nigga you tell the truth to.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, we probably not gonna make it, but at least I know.
And you might make it if y'all gotta, I'm not make it like be together, but make it like be able to deal with each other because y'all gotta understand it.
It's like, and then to me, women that fuck with men that have an understanding, you're a peasant.
The
Like,
females are peasant?
Because like, realistically, you're supposed to be the highest honor in the world.
So if they got to understand that with a man,
She's a peasant.
That's
a peasant. There's no reason in taking her serious. A woman that is willing to have casual sex is worthless. And as much as I love them, though, don't stop. Yo, wait. Don't stop giving me irresponsible pussy. I love irresponsible pussy. And the reason why is because I don't have to be responsible for it. But what I'm saying is, baby, it's not finna get you what you want.
right.
Ain't no man finna come home to you knowing that somebody else can crack.
So do they just play crazy though? When and sometimes irresponsible women like you speaking of, they still be having some expectations though.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's because motherfuckers be selling them dreams. It's like that Disney fairy tale shit. You know the scariest movie in the world, bro? Like above It, above Thing, all horror movies. You know the scariest movie to me is Pretty Woman. Where, it's Sandra Bullock, where she was a whore and she got a prominent, like, what is that motherfucker, like a politician or something, to come save her. That movie ruined it. It ruined it because it showed that women can do whatever, be promiscuous, sell pussy, fuck whatever, and a good, prominent 1% man will come chase you. And that's not real. It's just not. No man values a woman that is accessible. We don't. It don't happen. It just don't.
So if you got like let's just do scenarios.
Huh?
We got a woman that she done did her thing, and she transparent about it, but
Haram.
she can't. There is no change or there's no coming back.
No.
If you know about it.
It's even if you don't. I tell women, like, there's an elder woman that I deal with, like, she's like my auntie, and she's in the dating scene right now, right? And I try to tell her, like, okay, she got 2 guys, right? One that she's been dealing with for like a decade. You know what I'm saying? The other nigga, she know him for like a decade, on and off type shit. And the new nigga, or the nigga that she fucking with, the B nigga that she's been on and off with, kind of trying to take him serious, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Do you still talk to the other nigga though? She's like, what you mean? I'm like, the nigga that you just used to like fuck on. You still talk to him? Why you talking to Buddy? She's like, yeah. I was like, does he know? She was like, no, why? I said, how the fuck do you expect him to treat you like a queen when you're doing shit behind him and you're complaining that he's not texting you back, he's not calling you, he's not doing this and not doing that, because you're entertaining other niggas, and we know that. We can feel that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could feel it just like they could feel it.
You
too.
can feel it, and it's just be like, no good man is gonna commit to a woman that's accessible. And
He'll
like,
deal with you
he'll
if
deal with
he's in
you.
that top space.
He'll fuck.
Yeah.
Because what most, and then she be like, but now that I told this guy this or that I'm doing this or that, but and I possibly have somebody else, he's giving me all this attention. I said, are you dumb? You know why? That nigga's trying to do the same thing he been doing, is see if he can still fuck while you got somebody you love. It's ego. And I said, shorty, auntie, you gotta stop. Because at the same time, you're devaluing yourself. If the last relationship that people knowing that you was in a committed relationship, regardless of what you've been doing, if there was shit on the side, I don't know. If there wasn't, I don't know. But if you're doing shit now, and the last time somebody knows about somebody being able to get that pussy is when he was your man, and if somebody can get that without being your man, what's the value of being your man?
Does it go the same way for
No.
vice versa?
No. Because men take what they can get. Men only have sex after offered. You're horny all the time. You'll fuck any bitch all the time. You see a bad bitch, you'll fuck right away. A woman shouldn't think like that. She just shouldn't. And it's
why are they trying to, though, I feel like?
Because they're trying to have equality. And it's the saddest thing in the world is women talking about their need to be liberated through their coochie. It's the most insane fucking thing in the world, bro. I have to prove that I'm equal and I'm great because I fuck multiple men. Fine. Nobody cares about that. Nobody values that. It's been a prize as a man. You know why it's a prize as a man to get coochies? Because it's supposed to be so unobtainable.
Do you feel like that we put women on a pedestal? When I say women, the women that So they're actually higher.
Yeah, in a man's mind, and the reason why they're higher in a man's mind is because we're the only living beings that will live and die for you. That's why. That's the only reason why. If there was a fucking conflict and people had to fight for the lives of beings, no woman would sign up to fight for a male unless it was her fucking son. But let me tell you, if somebody came to the fucking United States and said, we're gonna kill all the women, you know the first people stepping up? Men. They'd be like, try me. And then they're gonna say, try me. And they're gonna say, try me, not even because they have the woman, because the thought of protecting that woman and the possibility of her seeing that, that's what men do.
And that's what I meant by earlier when I asked, like, what's a man's role even past relationship?
It's protection and provision, and protection and provisions come in more than one facet of just physical fighting or financial security, mental security, spiritual security, emotional security. Physical and financial security is last.
I mean, you could have a woman in here and a fire break out. She's gonna look at you.
Yeah, and she'll be like, she can see the fucking exit sign, but she wants to follow you to go through it. So as a man, it's up to us to risk our life for a woman. So I was like, yo, if I'm gonna risk this one thing that I got, like, you're gonna always have pussy. So you can give up your pussy to 1 billion motherfuckers. I can't give up my life to 1 billion women. I can't. But you want me to live and die for you for this, for the one thing that can possibly reincarnate myself and make my genes better for a nigga that can just fuck?
So let me ask this. So is it worth being a man's man in today's time? Is it worth
If you want to be a man. And most people don't be like, oh, they'll be like, oh, what is a man's man? That sounds gay. No, a man's man, if you look up the definition, a man's man is the idea of the man he wants to be.
Yeah.
That's a man's man. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, oh, why would you want to be a man's man? Because those are the motherfuckers that move and build infrastructure. Those are the motherfuckers that change the world. I just got into it with my auntie. She was like, why can't females be leaders? I said, because they have periods. She was mad. I said, listen, a woman is probably herself 10 to 11 days mentally and emotionally and physically out the month. She was like, what the fuck do you mean? I said, okay, let's just say you just got off your period. You're gonna start a fresh new 30 days. So you probably have 7 days to 10 days to where you're not about to get your period. The next week, you're about to get your period, so 3 to 5 days, your body normally goes through a hormonal change until you get your period. That's week 2. Week 3, you actually get your period. That lasts 3 to 5 days, so that's a week. And now you have to recuperate for a week. So your body broke down hormones, depleted itself, bled out, has to create new blood, has to build new hormones. When does a man ever have to go through that? A man doesn't have to go through that. So, and I also asked her, I said, yo, so when a woman has her period, how many women tell you that their attitude or their decision-making can change if they're on their period? Have you ever heard that? When have you heard a man say that? You don't. You never fucking hear a man say that. And then she got mad at me. She was like, well, why can't they be male leaders? I said, well, female leaders. I said, okay, well, fine. If a man and a woman were CEOs of a company and they both wanted to start a family, and within that family, they were going to procreate a kid. A man procreates a kid with his wife, and he's the CEO. A female CEO procreates a kid with her husband. He's not the CEO. She is. What happens? She gets pregnant for 9 months. She can't carry the same amount of weight. She needs to eat more. She needs to sleep more. She needs more rest. She's vulnerable. A man gets a woman pregnant. What happens with him? Nothing physically, nothing hormonally, nothing. And when a woman has her baby, after she has her baby, how much time does she need to recuperate? She probably needs a year. So you can't run a business, you can't run a country if you need to take 2 years off. You fucking can't. This is why men can have children and have families and run nations and run businesses and women can't. Not that they're incapable. Is if you wanted to raise a family and build a business at the same time, one is going to be more vulnerable to failure because she's vulnerable physically. Now, if you're vulnerable physically and you don't have a husband and you're just a CEO female and you have a baby, even worse. A man that has a business and has a baby out of wedlock, what happens? Child support. Don't stop them. Women get stopped if they fuck. Men don't. Only time a man gets stopped is if he don't pay child support and he loses his license and go to jail. Women don't get penalized for having kids. Men do. That's a fact.
So what would you say? What would you say to the statement behind every great black man is a black woman?
He found her. And this is why she's behind me, because I'm in front. Period.
So I'm saying, is it necessary though?
No.
It's not necessary.
Oh, it's not
so
necessary.
I'm saying, like,
it's necessary for a woman to be successful and be prominent, to have a man, because their job is to procreate. Our job isn't. Our job is to produce and protect and build. Men
you don't think one of our jobs is to provide?
Yeah, we do. We do that instinctively and naturally. When you go to work, when you go build a business, when you go do anything for somebody else, you're providing a service and you're providing an essential asset that is conducive to society. Women don't normally do that. They normally, if they were ever chosen to do community work, it would possibly be in like education and maybe hospitable services like nursing, which are all very important, but we all know the educational system in America is pretty shit. But when it comes to infrastructure, laying pipes, electricians, plumbers, home builders, constructors, miners that get ore, railroad workers, 99% of them are men. Not because women aren't accepted, it's because they choose not to build nations. I asked my auntie, what nation has been built by a woman's hands? None. There isn't one. Not a fucking hut, not a house, not a road, nothing. Nothing has been built by women. It's only been sustained. Even if a woman right now, I have a client that has a woman that built like a small city or a town in like Missouri, right? Who do you think the construction workers are? You think they're women?
I mean, we know that.
They're fucking not. So women don't build society. You know what women do? They support and nurture society. What I mean by that, the reason why women are possibly some of the best teachers and some of the best nurturers and like human resource people is because that's in their human nature. Yeah. It's in their human nature to care about people.
It's what God gave them. You know, it's what God gave them.
It's what God gave them.
Yeah.
And when they operate outside of that, when they try to act like warriors and try to act like they're combative, it never has fucking worked.
But what if they grew up in an environment and didn't have a choice and had to become that? Like, I mean, you got women that then took care of all their brothers and sisters, you know, like men, though. You know, you got women that had to step up, you know what I'm saying? What do you say about those women, though?
I would say look at your mother and ask why didn't she secure a man to do that?
But since she had to do it, what type of woman would that say she is, though?
She's a woman that's operating outside of her natural form, and I would suggest to her that she gets back in form. Because even though she did all that, I ask her, do you like it? You don't. You know what men like doing? Men like providing. You like protecting. You look forward to that shit. You don't. So the fact that you don't act like it and shut the fuck up about it personally. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, you got some of them people that say, you know, they don't care. Men, specifically men, where they don't care about your past, or you know.
Those are men that don't get the woman they want. Simple as that. Those are the type of niggas. I'd be like, you don't care about a woman's past? Why? That's the prerequisite of your future. Habitual habits repeat themselves. History repeats themselves. If you look at your woman and she has a history of leaving a man and dating and just fucking, what the fuck do you think that's going to happen with you? She doesn't value consistency. This is why I believe dating and courting are two different things. A woman that values dates is worthless. The reason why I say that is if you practice dating, you practice temporary relationships. That's all dating is. It's a temporary satisfaction to see what you like, to see what this person will do, and then to see what will happen. And if you're a dater, that doesn't mean you're a person that focuses on relationships, so that means you break up a lot. And normally, even if we look at marriages, who leaves 70 to 80% of the time? Women. And that's a fact.
So men that overlook women past, they basically can't have it their way.
What'd you say? Repeat that?
When men that overlook women's past, you're basically saying that they can't have it their way.
They won't.
They can't
won't.
choose.
They
They're
won't.
settling.
They're facts.
They're settling.
Facts. And I don't believe any man should ever settle down. When I heard that term, because I'm really big, bro, I'm really big on words. When I hear about settling means to stay in one place and be comfortable. To be down means to be lower than above. There's no reason for a king to settle down. How? How are you a prominent man? How are you an overachieving man? How are you a man if you're willing to settle down? No, I'm willing to build up. My woman should build me up because that's what women are supposed to. Women are the only species, cognitive, conscious, smart species that can take something and make it better. It's the only one. Why would I settle for a woman that can take the semen and create life and have it be down? Like one of my exes, we may not be compatible for each other.
You don't have any kids?
No, I don't have no kids.
Okay.
But the number one thing that I valued in this woman, bro, is the way she raised her daughter. This motherfucker can read, she can cook, she does math. Outside of how she treated me, I watched this woman teach her daughter math, teach her daughter how to read. Even though she may be frustrated while doing it, you showed her essential skills to live. That's the only thing a woman should have to do. All the money shit is cool. We live in a society where inflation happened. Build your woman up to where her finance can sell some shit online or do some other shit. But like a real job of a woman is to raise children. And that's it. She can have her money now because we live in America and people be like, well, why isn't y'all paying the same type of bills that my granddad did? My granddad paid, because when your granddad was paid, we both were paid $750, but his rent was $300. That's the reality. Inflation.
They do say that. They do say
They say
inflation
that.
has made it to where you have to
You have to.
you have to share stuff.
You have to.
Or
And women be like, why can't a man do this? I said back in the day, men were capable of just paying bills because one job was enough. Bro, you know what you would do with $300 in rent? I have 5 bitches right now. 5. 'Cause you're probably paying $1,200, $1,300 for an apartment, a crib. Why would I not do that for 4 or 5 women? I'll do that shit right now if I could. But I can't. Rent is minimum. Maybe.
So would you say, like you don't have any? Were you hurt? Are you hurt?
I
Have you
was.
been hurt? I mean,
I was hurt. And
Tell me about that.
So people be like, oh, you were hurt. Oh my God. Haram. Women be like, you were hurt by your mom. You're hurt by a woman. No, I was hurt by my fucking self. Because I put myself in a position to love somebody more than they loved me, or I was loving myself.
what was the time when you hurt yourself?
I would say
What was the mistake you made?
the mistake I made, and I would say like, who was it? I think it was Melissa Parker. Fine as hell. I miss you. But I think that, oh no, Danielle Givens too. I don't give a fuck about saying that. So short, because everybody know my women. Like with me, when I date, you know who I'm fucking with. So I don't get no fuck. Danielle was probably the woman that loved me the most ever in my life, but she probably did some of the most shady shit. Melissa too, a couple other joints too. But I hurt myself with multiple women because I thought that I had to be something that they weren't offered. And that was killing me, bro. I really thought that I had to change who I was to be the type of man that they wanted, and none of the men that they wanted were checking for them. I learned that at 21. Ever since then, bro, I said, fuck that. Fuck that. And at 25, me and my mom probably came to like an alignment. Like, we may not speak to each other every day, this and that, but like, I cut my mom off for 3 to 5 years because of how she talked to me. And I told her, like, you're the last woman in my life that I'm ever gonna fucking argue with. Like, why? I'm not fucking you. I'm not doing none of that shit. And I know that I'm finna be here for you. There's no point. So I said, once I earned my mom's respect, and I learned that shit at 25 going on 26, I said, there's nothing a woman can tell me no more. My mom kicked me out at 17. Never been back since. I said, I'll sleep outside. I'll sleep in a car before I ask my mama for a roof over my head because of just my mental state. Not that I couldn't go.
Why is that though?
Because of
It's your mom.
yes, because how she treated me though. I didn't feel like a man.
Okay.
Like I know my mom loved the fuck out of me. My mom right now, we can disagree on everything. I call this motherfucker right now and say I'm broke. She'll send it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not. That's not what she raised me to do. And once I became woke, I tell people I was on my DECA. So your DECA is 10 years of consciousness. I did that 4 years ago. So it's like, after I realized my DECA, I said, my mother is treating me like the man she never had. So I understood that. And Mom, I can't be your man. I'm a man in the house. And one thing I tell women too, when you're raising a young man, stop telling him he's the man of the house. No, you're a man in the house. Until you pay for this house, it's not your house. And it's a mental thing. And as I became more spiritually aware, I understood that the things that my mom was portraying on me is what she went through. As I learned the traumas that she'd been through, I watched my mom not be healed, bro. So I can't judge you. Because I know for a fact that if I needed you right now, you'll do it. And I'm not gonna be immature enough to think that our temporary feelings are going to determine the eternal bond that we have. That's human. And I let that shit go. Like, me and my mom could get into it right now, and I wish somebody would.
Yeah, for sure.
Do anything. And just like she do. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my mom could get mad about everything, but like, let me call her and tell her like, anybody did something. It's going up. You know what I'm saying? You know that?
As it
like,
should, though.
Yeah, as it should. That's family, that's loyalty, that's love. But like, with my mom, it's just like, once I realized like, the woman that created me ain't gonna love me the way I want, fuck, I'm gonna expect you to love me the way I want. That's dumb.
For sure. So, if you could lead the people off, man, with some, what some advice, some recommendation, what would you say to the people, directly to the people?
What I would say to y'all, man, if I could, you know what I'm saying? I would say, if you are incapable of being transparent with what you're doing and how you're doing it, stop doing it.
Well, there you have it, man. It's my boy Troy, man, and he set the record straight.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, bro, because people be misunderstanding the kid, and
Yeah.
I love the dialogue, I love the conversations. There's no abrasive questions. It was all, you know what I'm saying, trying to find common ground. Most people don't try to do that, bro.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you giving me the platform to actually express myself.
Appreciate you coming out. It's always a collab, man.
Man,
For sure,
love.
for
You
sure.
know I got you, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Trap Right, baby. TR for life.